Okay, spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Gemini's highest good. How is Gemini feeling in this final week of January 2025 with regards to one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting, please? Let's do a really good shuffle. That's some crazy ass energy. Do you know what as well? I've been feeling really breathless this week. And I don't know if it's because I've smoked myself out with all the burning of the sage, or my inhaler's run out, or I'm getting a cold or something, but it's interesting that card said breathe. Breathe, Taurus. Maybe we're breathless because we're anxious, because that can happen. You know, like when you go to yoga and they teach you to like breathe deeply and like really sit up straight. Take a deep breath, really open up your diaphragm, and like you realise you've been shallow breathing. That's anxiety and stress. And I have had a stressful week. You know, it's a lot of responsibility being in work, so. Yeah, I'm going to go for a wellies walk later. It's not that sunny, but I just really feel like the need to be amongst the trees and like the birds and like running water. I think the swimming baths I'll go tomorrow. It just feels like too false an environment again and too crowded for me today, for how I'm feeling right now. I need space and peace and nature. I'm such a bull. Okay, 3 cards for how Gemini's feeling then, please. How's Gemini feeling about the one they're thinking about or dealing with or manifesting in? Ooh, Temperance and Death. Major for Sagittarius, major for Scorpio. The High Priestess reversed. I'll show you the cards because they're really pretty. So, major for Sagittarius, this is about managing emotions like anger, like fear, like sadness, bitterness, trying to temper yourself, okay? It's in the upright, so I think it's positive. Death card, major for Scorpio. It's about closing out cycles, moving on, moving through a new door, okay? Leaving the past behind. The High Priestess is reversed, so the High Priestess, when she's upright, is someone who trusts her spirituality, her connection to the divine. She's following what she thinks is written for her and what is morally right in terms of religion, and it's using your intuition as well. That's reversed though. Someone's trying to manage their emotions with regards to an ending. Because it's the right thing to do. Right, we've got the Sun reversed. The 9 of Swords. Right, there's the Sun card. It's really nice. Is childlike, carefree. That's reversed though, so we're not childlike or carefree. We've got 9 swords in our back. Okay, so we're stressed out, worried, sitting up at night, tummy aches, headaches, not able to calm down. 8 of Cups reversed. So not wanting an ending, not wanting to walk away. Queen of Cups, healing. Could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but can also be someone who's trying to heal because it's water energy. 9 of Wands, the wounded warrior. I was thinking that, you know, because this is like, I'm really trying to manage my emotions with regards to an ending, but I don't feel like I'm using my better judgment or that this is what's meant, because it's reversed, the High Priestess. I'm feeling like a disconnect from spirit. I'm feeling a disconnect from my religion, my faith. You know, when people take marriages seriously, don't they? You feel like, you know, especially got married in a church, you're like, well, I made a promise, I made a declaration to everyone that we would stay together. And it goes against my judgment, my faith to walk away. And 8 of Cups reverse is like, I'm not going to walk away. Maybe it's like, yeah, I want to heal this, but it's like really, really hard. You're trying to work on a connection that's like really, really seriously rocky. Because if the 8 of Cups was upright, I'd say you're walking away, but it's reversed. Maybe you feel like for pretenses, because everyone's watched you get married, you've got to stay in it. Queen of Swords is divorce card. Queen of Swords is someone that's like, come here then, but if you tell me a lie, I'm going to chop your balls off, okay? It's not messing about, and it's usually that she uses that sword to cut ties, i.e. divorce. And she's upright, so she's not a crazy loon. She's just not having any messing about. Perhaps you've been trying to work on this for a while, and now you're like, this is not like proving to be easy. And then maybe you come to a conclusion that it needs to actually end, like it's done, you know, or it's toxic, or we keep arguing again. We can't seem to keep the peace. Sorry, but I'm just laughing at myself because I always think of the word ahead of what I'm on. Right, Virgo, major for Virgo with the Hermit. We've got a lot of major arcana here. So Hermit is all about looking within, isolating yourself from the situation, isolating yourself from everyone generally, and trying to find the solutions within yourself, not asking other people what they think. Sorry. Not asking other people what they think you should do. Not listening to a person, what they think should happen, but finding within you the answer, okay? Deciding for yourself. You often get Virgo energy or Hermit energy after a breakup because people don't want to rush in to being with someone new. They just want to have time alone with their own thoughts. And they do a lot of reflection and introspection, okay, looking inward, thinking, you're kind of processing what's happening and what's happened and mulling it over. And it's important to have time to do that. You end up rebounding if you don't give yourself time. And you mistreat the people that you meet because your heart's not open. It's just not. You know, you expect everyone to treat you the same or to be hurt again, to that degree, and it's just, it's not a good place to be. To do hermit mode is important. It's healthy, and it can last 6 months or more. You know. Right, so we've got the Devil and the King of Wands, more major arcana. So you've got Major for Capricorn and the King of Wands. Wow. See, the King of Wands is someone who's incredibly ambitious, fiery, energetic, enthusiastic, unrelenting, goal-orientated, egotistical, prideful. He's not reversed, so I wouldn't say he's lusting and I wouldn't say he's angry. I would just say it's someone very like solar plexus activated, like apex predator, like type A personality, alpha. You know, it's like, this is boss energy. This person very, very determined, should we say, and hella focused after doing some soul searching. But I don't know what they're focused on or towards. They could be a Capricorn, they could be a Virgo, but they don't have to be. The major arcana tell a story of what mode someone's in, what they've been doing, what they are managing to do if it's upright, what they're failing to do if it's reversed. Okay. One more for Gemini's person, please. The King of Cups. So they've had the King of Wands. Now they've got the King of Cups. So they're starting to like get more watery, get more in their feels, manage their emotions better. Drop the ego. Be more empathetic, more nurturing, more calm. You do feel angry after a separation. And you feel angry when a separation is happening. You feel angry before one happens because you're frustrated. You become maybe work obsessed or powerful, ambitious, and then you drop the ego and you calm down and you like start to open up your heart again. One's also passion, you see, so they could have got their libido back. But I'd say it's more like general assertiveness and sense of ambition. Now they've got their empathy back. Their heart chakra's open, so they've gone from, that's better, that's an ascension, because they've gone from yellow to green. They've gone from like, you know, they're sort of like above their belly button with the solar plexus to heart chakra being open, being more like healed, more caring, more empathetic, nurturing, less bossy. Let's get 3 for the outcome. You've really tried to manage your emotions. and it's gone against your better judgment, I think, to stay in this, and you might be asking for a divorce. I mean, it's not uncommon for people to try again. You had the Queen of Cups. Wait a minute, you had the Queen of Cups, they've got the King of Cups. So you might be coming into alignment, or it might be too late. When you have a king and a queen of the same suit, so cups, wands, swords, or pentacles, it's a good match. But it's interesting that you've become like that in different places on the timeline. Nine of Cups with the Ace of Wands reversed. So I think you're, honestly, I think you're looking for contentment by yourself, and I don't think you're looking for a rebirth. I think you're asking for a divorce, honestly. Because why would the Ace of Wands be reversed, and why would you have the Nine of Cups, not the Ten of Cups? This is like pleasing yourself, self-satisfaction, coming to a decision that's going to make you happy, not the two of you happy or the whole family happy. And that's in the outcome. I think you're giving truths. Okay, I think you were understanding before. I think you tempered yourself before. I think you avoided an ending before, and now you're serving up the truth, which is, I don't know, because now we're getting Nine of Pentacles reversed, which is like, I don't want to be single and like pay my own way and just do that. I want to be together with someone, but maybe you don't want to be together with this person. Unrequited love, Two of Cups reversed, Wheel of Fortune reversed, the Hierophant reversed, not learning lessons, you know, being sent around in a cycle of bad luck. Unrequited love, two people not feeling the same about one another. You're out of alignment, you're seriously out of alignment, and you might lose out money because of that. You might lose money from a separation, but this is what it's looking like you've decided, is to separate, whether you're married or single, like as in not your status isn't married, but your boyfriend and girlfriend. You're not wanting a rebirth because it's just a cycle of like making the same mistake over and over, like staying in it to try and keep it going. It's very intense. What's the nature of this relationship, please? Heart-to-heart conversations. You need to talk to each other and tell each other the truth. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Why have we got the devil, please? Exit plan. Toxic. Someone wants out, but they aren't making a move yet. Be prepared for sudden changes. Destructive relationship, manipulative, gaslighting. Maybe your person's threatened to leave several times, or they've ended it several times, or they keep saying they're going to, or they cause fights and you say, well, I'm going to leave, and they say, well, I'm going to leave first, or like something's quite toxic here. And it could be passion, it could be libido, it could be someone who's flirty or arrogant with what they look like. I can't stand that. I think if you're putting so much energy into what you look like, what on earth like is happening with your money, what on earth is happening with your finances, with your moral compass, you know, like how many people are you possibly helping if you're just obsessed with what you look like and going to the gym, or like, you know, I just think you've got to be a really balanced person, and like this King of Wands energy represents ambition and passion with wands, so it's phallic. It's like their toxic trait is to just constantly leave or end things or run away or think that they're going to level up and do better. You know, perhaps they're arrogant. Maybe they manipulate you into staying and you just want out. But it does seem like you got the Sun card reversed, the Nine of Swords reversed, the Eight of Cups reversed, and the Nine of Wands and the Queen of Cups is like healing energy. So I feel like you've healed and you want to end it, and they're like stuck in this cycle of like manipulating, gaslighting. It's caused a lot of pain and a lot of challenges. You've got the Wheel of Fortune reverse, the Hierophant. It's against your better judgment to stay in it because you know that the two of you aren't feeling the same. One person wants to be in it and the other person doesn't. Give me another one for the Devil with exit plan and toxic, please. Avoid burnout. Constant arguments. You might have like, I'm not someone that can do this because I'm not wired like that, but it could be like an angry sex scenario. Avoid burnout. Fiery passion is consuming. Sustain a lasting balance. Maybe the sex is really good with this person, but they're like toxic AF. Maybe it's literally like dancing with the devil, but horizontally. Trust me, like, it's not worth the stress, the strain, the aggro, the vicious cycles, the drama, right? So, this is, to be honest, it's like Ace of Wands reversed, Nine of Cups upright. You know, it might cost you to get divorced, but to be honest, you'll get your sanity back. It's best to be honest and just try to like draw a line with this. It really is. Let's get you some advice, Gemini. If this is resonating for Gemini, can you give me some advice? Anchor. Keep yourself grounded. This is like face facts, yeah? Have the conversation, put things in motion, do the breakup, don't stay in this toxic cycle, okay? Because this person is very, very manipulative. Don't give them any more chances, just get your sanity back, get your peace back. Keep yourself grounded, okay? Get out in nature, get some distance away from, if they're a narcissist, get some distance away from them. Stop them from being able to contact you because they get in your head and they're very, very persistent. They'll be blowing up your phone, harassing you. Like, I'm not saying they are a narcissist, but it looks narcissistic. And they're people that will literally be on your phone night and day because that's how they control you. Swim for the surface, guys. If this is resonating, swim for the surface. You could have Taurus in your chart because we've got the Hierophant reversed. They could be Virgo, Capricorn, they could be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, they could be Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, but they don't have to be any of those. Cougar, assertive. In silence, you find power. I told you that, didn't I? Get some distance from this person as soon as you can. Okay, put as much distance between you. Don't let them contact you. Okay, get the silence, get the distance. In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. Right, I've jumped into a car in another country and driven it to the other side of town, okay? A town that wasn't mine, a country that wasn't mine, at night in pitch black, to get away from someone that I knew was toxic for me. I chose to be with them, and I stayed in it for longer than I should have, and I got to a point where it was like effing dangerous. Things escalated really badly. And I just jumped in the hire car and I drove and drove, and I was in a panic and I had to keep calming myself down. Okay, and I figured out how to get back to the hotel, and it got really, really bad, to be honest. But I got on a plane and I left. I was there visiting, and I just never, I said I'm never going back to that person, and I'm not being, I'm not having that drama, I'm not having that insanity. You know, and became an insane person, a very angry person that screamed and shouted, you know, and it becomes so toxic so quickly when someone's narcissistic. But what they don't bargain on is that you're a fighter, you're going to resist them, you're going to stand up to them, and you need to get away from them. When you've decided you're not going with it anymore, you get away. By any means necessary, because they're never gonna end it, and they're never gonna let you go. They're like puppet, you know, they're like a puppeteer, like a puppet master, and you're the puppet, so you've got to untie your strings, jump down, and you've got to run and get away. And you block everyone connected to them, because they do this thing called hoovering, and they manipulate their friends, their family, their son, their daughter, their elderly parents, their brothers, their sisters, their cousins, their brother-in-laws. They will pull on any resources they've got to get those strings attached back onto you. Trust me. You're a resource to them. They can't survive because they're too chaotic. They need functioning members of society. So they utilise every single resource they've got. They will never let you go. Cut that cord, okay? Because you'll get your head together as soon as you get away from them. To be honest, with a narcissist, I wouldn't put it past them to get on a plane. Mine couldn't, and I won't go into why, but he physically wasn't able to get to where I was. But I can imagine a lot of narcissists getting on aeroplanes and like not a lot stopping them, to be honest. Conscious focus. What I focus on, I attract more of. Starting with today, I'll be more conscious of what I choose to spend time speaking or thinking of. I will do more of the things that bring me joy, and see as more of these things begin to effortlessly flow into my life. Okay, so there's light at the end of the tunnel. There totally is. It will take you time to heal from this, because if it is a narcissist, there's so many levels of betrayal, and you keep finding out more and more awfulness. It just unravels like a terrible, You know, it's like pulling on the thread of a jumper and realising like the entire jumper was bollocks, it was BS. And they've told terrible lies about you to everyone. They've told you terrible lies about everyone around them. And it's all a huge, tangled spider web. It's just disgusting, honestly. So it takes time to heal from that, and it's really about just getting distance, silencing them, silencing anyone connected to them. If you can get someone that's connected to them to tell you the truth, that can be very cathartic, and it can help you understand what exactly has gone on, but you can also get more and more bombshells that really hurt you more. So just be around, draw your boundaries really strong, and only be around people that you know you trust like 100%, and get your calm, get your peace back. Like, you don't have to be involved with anybody for a really long time if you don't want to. It's nothing to do with that. It's about just being safe and sane. Is that another one that's up right there? No. Okay, we've got elephant, greatness. Love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. Okay, so what can happen is you can lose a lot of self-respect and dignity after narcissistic abuse, and you can feel that you don't trust your own judgment anymore. You know, you feel insane. But that person is a professional liar. They have zero conscience. And they're not only lying to you, they're lying to every person in their life, including the person that gave them life, that gave them breath. You know, so you can't judge yourself, guys. When this happens to you, you won't be the first and you won't be the last. It's a horrible experience, but you do get out of it and you do heal. But you've got to have mercy on yourself. You've got to forgive yourself for letting someone like that into your family's life, for believing the lies, for being swayed by what they look like, by anything they promise you. You know, you were in a vulnerable place when you met them, and it served a purpose for a while, and you had no idea who they really were. So you got to forgive yourself. It's always happened, stuff like this. It's historical, isn't it? It's always happened. There's nothing new under the sun when it comes to relationship scams or people getting into situations they never ever thought they'd find themselves, like DV, you know, emotional abuse, physical abuse, just constant lies. You just never think it's going to be you, you know, you never think it's going to be you. No one chooses that for themselves. It rears its ugly head after a few months. So don't judge yourself. You're powerful, you are successful, you do have good judgment. This person was toxic, okay? You are not. Bison, abundance. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. I think one of the nicest things that like really helped me was the people that were there for me, and it was unexpected. Like, some people had been through this and it was more than what I'd realised. In fact, most people I spoke to had been directly involved with a narcissist themselves, so they're everywhere, okay? And there's often problems with the law. You are terrified that you're going to be involved with it. There's such a huge sense of relief, but a lot of shame as well. So it's really important to tell someone, confide in someone, and the more connections you make with people who have experienced this, it is very cathartic, and you start to forgive yourself with time as soon as you realise you're safe. And as soon as you realise your family haven't got hurt, you calm down, but you feel like every line has been crossed, and it's so scary for so long. It takes a long time to recover from that. Heron, patience. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. Okay, so this is just something that was brought by the divine to teach you to put up really high boundaries. Your boundaries were too low, put them up higher. Okay, that's the reason that we have karmic experiences. They're brought to us because we're in a situation where we've probably been going through a hard time in our lives. We've kind of let in just about anyone, you know, and we might have done it because they were good looking, and we might have done it because they seemed to have a lot of money, or we might have done it for all kinds of reasons, okay? But in the end, they were bad news, and you realise, like, they needed you, not the other way around. But yeah, like, someone could have got really hurt, or yeah, someone could have got really disrespected, and they did. You got disrespected, you got used, you got lied to. All your family got used and lied to, and it's horrible. It's horrible to admit that, but when you realise, like, your family forgive you, you can forgive yourself. So you need to talk about it and come to terms with it and know that better times are coming, because you are the person that you always were, which is someone who works hard, has great relationships, great connections with loved ones. You're a healthy, functioning person. Narcs and karmics, they attach themselves onto healthy, functioning people because they can't survive. They're traumatized people from young, and they've always operated like that, and they'll never stop. That's the majority of who's in prison. 60% of people in prison are sociopaths and psychopaths, and some of them fall into both categories. A sociopath is created from trauma, a psychopath is born, and their potential is realised when they experience childhood trauma, but they have to have a certain brain shape. So they're predisposed to being a psychopath, and then they experience trauma, and then they just go around, you know, like, kind of killing people, manipulating people, draining people of their money. A sociopath is someone who's experienced trauma and they sort of survive by puppeteering and, like, operating numbers of people at any one time, and they move through them quickly because they get discovered, they get exposed, they get found out. Yeah, they're not necessarily someone that will be in the news one day, but okay, thanks. They do use people, and they're people that will have multiple marriages because they get exposed after a couple of years. People want to divorce them, or after a few months, people want to get away from them, you know, because they're just drama. Right, so I pulled from there. This is the last one, I think, for advice. So this may not resonate with you, Gemini, but if it does, or if you've experienced something like this in the past, or you go on to experience something like this in the future, because I think most people have dealings with a narcissist at some point, or, you know, in the tarot community we would say a karmic. It's bad karma, okay, because you've picked someone because they're very sexy, or you've picked someone because they're very rich, or they say they're rich, you know, like a Tinder swindler kind of. It's bad picking because you're enticed by something about them, but that's how people manipulate. Or, you know, like, you know, on, like, Craigslist, and someone ends up being a psycho, but they won you over because they were good with animals, like, and then they, like, end up killing your dog. It's like they're just using things that they think will win you over, and it does. So because you succumbed, this is your karmic lesson. It's like, draw up boundaries, make sure you get to know someone better, and you don't just see them at face value, i.e. money or sex. Don't wait for someone to rescue you, you know, and hope that they're going to be really handsome or like really rich as well, because they'll turn out to be a psycho, honestly. The universe wants you to heal from whatever it was that made you weak and vulnerable to start with, and then become empowered and to earn money for yourself and secure your own future, to be happy and abundant with your friends and family and not rely upon a karmic. And you can have karmics in your life who are related to you as well, but the idea is to draw up these boundaries and get away from them. Don't ever let them back in. And people do, they start getting lonely and they go, well, they were sexy, or they were good in bed, or, you know, they're saying they've got money now and it's different now. So you'll end up trapped in a cycle, like a wheel of fortune reversed, a karmic cycle, if you don't keep them away, if you keep accepting them back in. 3, gratitude. Joy expands. Okay, so have grace, have gratitude, get anchored, get in that like centered, you know, gravitational plane where you're at one with nature. The world is full of bounty, you know. Consciously focus on what you do want and it will come in, okay? The more centered you get, the more grounded you get, it will come in. Be patient. Know that you are abundant, you are capable. Greatness is coming because you are greatness. You are capable of it. Get assertive, draw up them boundaries, okay? For someone out there, this is resonating. I know it is. I will show you the advice cards once more. I'll give you a different view because I think it's needed. Okay, so we'll move on from Gemini onto, let me see actually if I've got a lot of battery, 22%. I might get away with doing the Cancer reading now. We'll see. The love readings are always pretty long. They're always about 40 to 50 minutes. Sometimes they go longer. But I feel like someone's really suffering.